Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Grand Forks, North Dakota for Expedition League action between the visiting North Iowa Ragin Roosters and the Red River Pilots. Play-by-play guy Braden Ramsey here with you tonight. Starting lineup for the Ragin Roosters. Leading off and starting in left field, Carson Gross. Designated hitter Jarrett Brannon, second. Wyatt Duncan, the first baseman, batting third. Third baseman Sage McMinn in the four-hole. Peyton McGregor in right field, slotted fifth. Michael Pratt will man center field. He's in the sixth spot. Number 16, Cy Probst behind the plate, catching and batting seventh. Cameron Rendon in the 8-hole, playing second base. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Caden Miller, on the mound for the Ragin Roosters, Travis Herbert. And the starting nine for the Pilots. Leading off playing center field, number 5, Caleb Whitley. Shortstop Jack Walton back in the 2 spot once again. Right fielder Carter Payne, in the 3-hole. Jalen Lee on fire, stays in that 4-hole, the starting first baseman for the Pilots. Joey Hayden down in the 5 spot tonight after leading off yesterday. He's once again manning left field. Jason Willers behind the dish, catching in the 6th spot. Tanner Thompson making his first start here in Grand Forks. He'll play third base. Isaac Becker, another first starter here at home. He'll DH. And Jared Kirkman at second base, batting ninth. And the Red River starter tonight, Jackson Lucas. Lucas with one start under his belt already, as we're ready for action in Grand Forks. A fastball fired just outside for ball 1. That start came on May 28th. It was a loss against the Souris Valley SaberDogs in Minot. Another strike. This time it catches the black, 1-1 count. In that start, Lucas went 6 innings, allowed 4 runs. A pretty good outing. 2 mistakes in that one, gave up 2 long balls. That fastball down low for ball 2. 7 hits allowed and 3 walks. 2 strikeouts, got a couple double plays. Fairly efficient with 85 pitches. He said he had nothing to be disappointed with in that outing, as that fastball clips the top of the zone for strike 2. He said he's looking to follow it up with another quality outing tonight. Here's the 2-2, a fastball fouled back. Another 2-2 pitch. Lucas, the windup fires, it's outside, and we have a full count here on the leadoff man. Carson Gross awaits the payoff pitch from Lucas. It's a fastball skied off to the left side and out of play. Payoff pitch once again, a fastball fouled out of the mitt of Willers. Or not fouled, pardon me, it's ruled strike 3. Willers fires down to Lee, and there's out number 1. You can see Willers maybe the only one there who knew that ball wasn't fouled away. You can see Gross slow getting out of the box, believing it was. And Lucas gets his evening started off right with a strikeout. Jarrett Brannon now takes the fastball in the inner half for strike 1. Brandon out of Bakersfield College. Committed to Kentucky Wesleyan at one point. Couldn't see any stats for him at Kentucky Wesleyan from the research I was doing prior. But at Bakersfield last season, he played 40 games, hit .317 there, 5 two-baggers, 14 RBIs, and watch his strike two. Lucas quickly set and back to the plate. Another high fastball makes it a 2-2 count. Lucas through the windup, fires home. It's high and tight. And we've got our second full count and as many batters to kick off things here in Grand Forks. Lucas to the plate. It's a fastball, swung on and missed. And he has 2 swinging strikeouts to lead things off as the 3-hitter walks up to the plate for North Iowa. That'll be Wyatt Duncan, first baseman out of Wagner University. From Rancho Cucamonga, California. Awaits the first pitch from Lucas. It's a fastball on the black of the outside corner for strike one. Pitch number 2 tries to do the same thing as the first pitch, but can't quite bring it back to the outer half. A 1-1 count on Wyatt Duncan. Curveball hangs up that time for ball 2. The 6-3 Duncan awaits the 2-1 pitch, and it's low and outside, 3-1 count. Lucas looking to go 1-2-3 in the first. His fastball is fouled off to the right side. And the third consecutive full count here in the top of the first inning. Lucas into the windup. The payoff pitch swung on and missed. Waved at by Duncan. The low and away slider. And Jackson Lucas strikes out the side. We're headed to the bottom of the first in Grand Forks. The Pilots and Roosters knotted at 0. Welcome back to Kraft Field here in Grand Forks. Bottom of the first in the first meeting of the season between North Iowa and Red River. Caleb Whitley watches a fastball high for ball one. Whitley went 1 for 4 in yesterday's game with a run and a stolen base. Watches another fastball just above the zone for ball two. The Rocky Mount, North Carolina native swings and fouls one back. 2-1 count. Whitley, a 182 hitter so far in the Expedition League. That ball misses just off the plate. 3-1 against the Pilot leadoff man. And that will miss low. Whitley back on first. The leadoff walk for shortstop Jack Walton. Walton had a 3 for 4 night in the first game of the two between Souris Valley and Red River here at Kraft Field as Whitley advances to second after that pitch gets away from the catcher Probst. A runner in scoring position for Walton. Awaits the pitch from Herbert. Here it comes. Fastball at the neck for ball two. Fastball at the knees on the inner half for strike one that time. Walton followed up that 3 for 4 a couple days ago with a 1 for 4 yesterday and a run scored. Whitley off with the pitch. Walton takes. It'll be ball 3 and Whitley over to third with the stolen base. That sparks a conversation between Probst and Herbert. Control wavering on the Rooster starter here to open the game. Walton settles back in. The 3-1 on the way. Fastball fouled off. Our fourth full count of the evening. Just 5 batters in. Fastball rings up Walton. He thought it was low. Had already tossed the bat back to the dugout. He'll get to retrieve it on the way after going down looking. One on, one out for right fielder Carter Payne. Looking for his second RBI of the season. Herbert drops in a curveball on the outside corner for strike one. The 0-1 pitch, another curveball just off the end of the bat. Rolling right in front of the camera view. 0-2 count on right fielder Carter Payne. Pilots were able to score 1 run in the opening frame yesterday. You know they'd love to do the same here as Payne sends that one straight back into the bleachers. Payne awaiting the 0-2. It's a curveball again, just above the zone. A real sharp eye from Payne. He keeps his opportunity to drive in Whitley alive. Another curveball skips in front of the plate. Whitley dashing toward home. No throw. Whitley's in, and the Pilots an early 1-0 lead. Walks will haunt and speed kills. Whitley demonstrating both things on his trip around the base paths. Payne watches a fastball outside. A full count. Hitters on both sides being very patient so far in their approach. The 5th full count, another payoff, and Payne will jog down to first on a walk of his own. Jalen Lee, the monster masher in the Pilot lineup so far this season. Another great game yesterday, 2 for 4, his second double of the season, 3 more RBIs, bringing his season total to 5. Fastball with a nice play made on it by Probst to keep it from going to the backstop. 1-0 on Jalen Lee. Lee from Smithfield, North Carolina. It's a pickoff attempt to first base, not in time. He did pitch 2/3 of an inning here in the Exhibition League so far. And there's another ball down the line. It's fair. Into the right field corner. Lee on his way to second. Payne being sent home by Matty Holum. The throw coming in. No throw to the plate. Carter Payne scores. Jalen Lee, another RBI double. The 3rd game in a row with an extra base hit. That ball landed just on the line, it looked like, staying fair. Lee really locked in. Season average up to 500 once more after that hit, and Joey Hayden watches ball 1. Hayden had 100 at-bats in 41 games for William Jessup University last season. Ball 2 in. A .270 hitter. .407 on-base percentage. Both pretty outstanding numbers. And a .420 slugging percentage. A curveball he waited on. Back to Herbert, who makes a nice play. Hayden out at first. Lee advancing to third on the throw. Was initially looked back by Herbert, but quality base running from Lee. He stands 90 feet away from the plate, with Jason Willers coming up to bat. Willers pushing his Expedition League average up to 357 yesterday. Sends the first pitch he sees off speed into right field. And it's reeled in by McGregor to finish the bottom of the 1st. The Pilots rolling on the river early, 2-0, courtesy of Jalen Lee. and Caleb Whitley. We'll be right back here at Kraft Field.
I think I meant to add a hit.
Jackson Lucas, after a 3-strikeout first inning, faces off with Sage McMinn of North Iowa. A fastball fired high for ball 1. McMinn, possibly the only player in the Exhibition League that can claim to be taller than SaberDog first baseman Chris Monroe. Another fastball bounces off the plate for ball 2. 6'6" McMinn stands. A freshman at Garden City Community College. Hometown of Wilsaw, Montana. Ball 3 from Lucas. McMinn manning the hot corner tonight for North Iowa. Can also play first and pitches as Lucas fires the fastball in for strike 1. The delivery to the plate, a high fastball, and McMinn will go to first base. First free pass of the evening from Lucas. Peyton McGregor climbs into the box. And he watches a fastball clip the black at the knees for strike 1. Another fastball. This one just misses in a 1-1 count for Lucas against Peyton McGregor out of Scottsdale, Arizona. That ball hit into left field. Hayden on his way back to the track, looking up. It's out of here. Peyton McGregor, a 2-run home run. It's the first ball we've seen leave the yard here at Kraft Field this season. And North Iowa ties things at 2 here in the top of the second. Michael Pratt digging in now. Watches a fastball on the outer half for strike one. Now, Lucas talked about making a couple of mistakes in his last outing. Quickly readies and firing back to Pratt here. Slider fouled off. Really working on trying to limit the home run ball. So obviously not what he was looking for there from McGregor. Fastball misses high, a 1-2 count upcoming. Back to the plate, Lucas fires. Beautifully located slider down and in. Off the plate, gets the foul ball to the left side. The 1-2 from Lucas, a fastball, this time down the third baseline, fouled off. Pratt, a lefty hitting, lefty throwing outfielder out of Bedford, New Hampshire. Swings, fouls it into the mitt of Willers. Lucas's fourth strikeout. First pitch from Lucas, a fastball right down Broadway. Nice get-ahead pitch, 0-1 against the catcher, Cy Probst. That fastball sent into the corner here, foul territory. Probst out of Maine University. Same place as Michael Pratt, and he waves at that slider off the plate. He goes down swinging, and Lucas with 5 Ks. He'll look to accomplish the same feat here with Cameron Rendon. Rendon playing second base tonight, watches the slider front door for strike one. Rendon from Algona, Iowa, waves at another slider, 0-2. Rendon taking a second to get his breath, twirls the bat. Lucas back to the plate. Tried to double up on that slider out of the zone. Rendon able to hold off, a 1-2 count on the Ragin Rooster second baseman. Lucas to the plate, triples up on the slider, way out in front is Rendon. He tosses the bat back to the dugout. The Pilots will look to get the sticks going once again, as the Ragin Roosters able to get on the board and knot things back up.